What is up, guys? Today we're going to talk about Dr. Disrespect's game. Whoa, man, those eyes are absolutely insane. You can blink anytime. Just blink one time if you're human. Whether you like Dr. Disrespect or not, that's up to you. I think that you should be looking at his game with an absolute fresh pair of eyes. So this game isn't a normal battle royale or extract shooter or arena shooter. It's kind of just like its own game. It's a vertical extract shooter with a lot of elements laced into it. So you spawn into a giant tower that has a freeze that's going from the bottom to the top, forcing players to go to the top and find as many valuable items as you possibly can. Now, if you decide to extract or you end up being the last person standing, you will end up having all of those items inside of your stash. Stash will become valuable enough to be able to sell to a vendor. It's basically a more simple version of Escape from Tarkov's vendor, but if it was just about selling stuff to the vendor, it would just be very shallow and boring. You see, there are lots of items inside of the game that are collectible. I'm certain that moving forward that there are going to be quests and objectives to get these rare items that are inside of the game, and most people in the player base will be all diving after that one item every extract they go for, which would cause for a very intense type of gameplay and also very objective oriented while also trying to stay alive, which sounds like a very fun experience. Also, I needed to log into a crypto wallet to begin to start playing this game, which means that this game is going to have a lot of like coin-based currency inside of it, maybe some NFTs. And that doesn't mean that you suddenly have to turn into a douchebag that's on Logan Paul's podcast talking about NFTs and how you need to start buying them. It just simply means that there's a layer of gameplay that allows you to get things that might actually add to a crypto wallet, and who knows what that turns into. I think that that could be pretty cool. I know that CSGO has their loot cases going, which in my opinion might actually have been some of the first NFTs ever. Obviously, people play CSGO for more reasons than just opening up loot crates. However, it is a very fun element. So with all that said, there is a purpose to this game. It does have very unique gameplay when it comes to the verticality tower and the battle royale elements added to the extraction shooter. I think that it's going to cause people to be in very uncomfortable situations as the floor starts to get smaller and the ceiling starts to get closer. Now I'm going to load into a game, but before I do that, I need to level set you guys and remind you that this is an alpha testing of the game. Essentially what they did is they laid down bricks and set up the walls, and the inside is not going to be very pretty. And I'm just level setting your expectations because there will be a lot of unsettled textures inside of the game. There might be some clunky gameplay, maybe some mechanics that look like they're a little choppy. That's all normal. It is an alpha. Let's get into some of this driving action. Super cyberpunk-like. Dystopian. Steampunk-looking cars. It's like a 1990s. Oh, I can use my sniper, huh? What does that even do, though? Like, I don't know if I want to waste the ammo. Oh, hello. Magnetic racetrack thing that Mario Kart has. I need that. Oh. Okay, I'm in there. I'm in there. Stick. Look at the lighting. This is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty good. Storage, okay. Shipping. Ooh, I ended up in shipping. Very cool. Yeah, I get like late 90s, early 2000s vibes from these cars. Very cool. Here comes No Blinks. She's cracked, dude. You gotta pick her. She doesn't blink. Should probably head in. But there's some valuable items in here. Looks like a contained area. Okay. How high up that thing goes. I got a while to go. Okay, so you can upgrade your weapons in the game. I always did enjoy doing that on the last beta just because it made sense. Here's some sniper ammo. Ammo is all color-coded. It doesn't look very pretty at the moment. I'm sure that they're going to make that look a little bit different going forward.
Zipline thruster allows you to defy gravity. So it's kind of like what Apex does already without having one. Like you could go up and down zip lines, which is really important because you're going to have a freezing, like essentially like later on in the game, all of that white storm is going to be pulling upward into this tower, which is like, it's going to make you really want to be getting out of that area as quickly as possible. But a lot of what I've found lately is that a lot of the high tier loot is kind of on like the mid and lower tier levels. And I guess that makes sense because like you don't want everybody just rushing to the top to get like the high tier loot and then everybody just stays there and there's not much gameplay left. Like if they just put all the high tier loot at the top, then like what, there's no real threat of having a storm at the bottom of it. You know what I mean? Am I at like the last? Yeah. Okay, so speaking of being up top too early, I'm about to be up top too early. Take a little ammo. Little ammo never hurts. Oh, I just heard somebody use it. Just heard somebody use it. You guys heard the elevator, right? Didn't really have all that much. Just a guard. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where did he get me from? Unreal. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make my way back over to my tower because I had a nice... I don't know where he shot me from, though. Oh, crap. They put me in the storm. They put me in the storm. There's a way that you could holster your weapon. I don't know what button it was. We're going to do the high risk, high reward move. I don't want to take the elevator because it's just super loud. It telegraphs every move that you have when you use an elevator. Like the whole map here is that there's only 5 people left. They all know that I'm going to be challenging going up here. There's already gunshots up here. I know if I use that, I'll just be fishing a barrel. Oh shit, he's up top. He's up top. Dude, this guy is so corny. Is he under the map or something? Like, you're corny, bro. You're just camping on rafters. Like, you're corny, bro. That's a lot of guards. Look at all the guards. Fire. Yeah.
Oh, I won. Let's go, baby. Nice. So that was a really good example of playing, Deadrop. I mean, there were some healing elements inside of the game that I could have really highlighted, and there's some other things like the zipline that I could have really highlighted, but you kind of get the gist. Like, you respawn in the game, and when you respawn, you're left with absolutely nothing. Now I can go ahead and just pick this, and could have always just extracted and just had all of this and just, like, geared myself up for my next game. But now I have plenty. Hypothetically, there's a lot of ways that I could go about this now. I have a lot of ammo. I have a lot of attachments. Some of them are duplicative. I could go to the vendor and I could sell them, and then I could get more things like a health kit. So 50 health in 3 seconds, which would probably help me a lot more than getting, like 30 health in 2 seconds. So I can make myself more efficient by selling and buying some stuff from the vendor. I could just hoard all of this, and I could just keep going in and just like piece by piece pulling things. And I could have extracted earlier in the game and kept all of my equipment and just made it so every time I go into a game, I'm more and more comfortable with the equipment that I have while I start. Having an accessible extract shooter is the next step for the genre. And when I say accessible, I mean, essentially back in the day, they had battle royales, but it was only for PUBG and H1Z1, and it was only for computer. But then Fortnite, that was going to be a tower defense base making game, said we're going to make this a battle royale and put it on console for everybody to enjoy. This is kind of what the next step for extract shooter is going to be. Essentially, Escape from Tarkov was like really bare bones, extremely hardcore, very good. It's like cult-like following. It started something new. And I think that games like this, porting it into consoles and more accessible gamers that aren't just like PC nerds like myself can actually hop in and play the game. This is how it rolls into something more revolutionary. And I don't know if this game in particular is going to be the one to do it, but I do think it's got all the ingredients so far. So I'm really hoping this game really develops into something that I'm seeing the direction that it's going towards. Guys, good shit. Every developer deserves firm handshakes. Peace.